Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with Office Lovers with Chapter 7 with Saijo. So let's see what happens as we get ever closer to the final endings. Just one away before we do the ending. So let's see what happens in Chapter 7. Connected Feelings. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video. And let's see what goes on. Staying up late to work overtime happened quite often for the next several days. With the second prototype arriving ahead of schedule, we were able to catch up a bit. Since Mr. Kaido helped us out with the production line, it left us with just a little more to do. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you got circles under your eyes. Didn't you care about that as a woman? It's fine. I've been having so much fun at work that sleep seems like a chore. You want to try sleeping with me then? Huh? What do you think you're saying? Our eyes met and we laughed together. It was finally back to normal. No, it's too early to celebrate. What? Oh, nothing. He looked at me funny, so I had to leave before he asked more questions. We weren't in the clear just yet. There was still one problem to deal with. The whole ordeal with Muraki. Rather, how they couldn't see eye to eye. I know Mr. Saijo was upset at the whole matter, but there's nothing I could do about it. I just didn't want to see him make that face anymore. I need to finish up this work, though. I had to concentrate on the problems I had to solve right now. Work was going smoothly, and it was just a little bit further to go. Yeah! I headed back to my desk full of vigor. I opened up a file I worked hard on all yesterday, but it wasn't there. I put it right there, but it was nowhere to be found. I searched all over my computer, which only further validated that it was missing. Not again. Had Muraki hacked my computer again? It wasn't good enough to always throw suspicion onto him, but there was good reason to. I'd better tell Mr. Saijo. I ran over to talk to him about the missing marketing file. Mr. Saijo! What? My files are missing again. This time it's stuff to do with the marketing. He's at a loss for words for a moment. His face turned grim. It's gotta be Muraki again. I don't want to think that, but I agree. I know you worked hard on it. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, it's not your fault. I won't be able to redo it. There isn't enough time. But I thought something we can do. And I need your help for it. Let me guess. You wanted to revise the marketing explanation. Yes, we've done it many times, at least before getting signed to this project. It's a presentation where we supported each other and explained at the same time. Useful for when lacking presentation material so it didn't seem like we came unprepared. He thought to himself for a moment before looking back at me. Fine. We can just scrape together some slides to go with the screen, though. After that, we can talk about how we want to improvise. It's been a while, so I'm a little worried if we can't pull it off, though. It'll be fine. It's us. We're a perfect team. That's so embarrassing. What? Of course we are. He smiled and nodded with confidence. Your smile is as cute as ever. If we weren't at work, No, never mind. Jeez. But still, I never thought I was going to be a marketing presentation with you again. It's an improvised of all things. The only way I could pull it off is with you at my side. I smiled at him, but he grabbed my wrist and pulled me close. Were it anyone else, I'd spank you. Hey, cut it out. I'm being serious. An invigorating smile spread across his face. I loved seeing it, but never told him that. Come on, let's get to work. We can do it. Yeah. If I was with Mr. Saijo, anything was possible. I turned my attention back to work to prepare as much as possible for the speech. Several days later, it was finally time for the presentation. It looks like the day is finally here. Yeah. We both stood there looking up the building where we were going to give the marketing speech. Mr. Saijo had done his best to piece together some slides for the presentation. All that was left was to pull off the explanation. If we could, it would be the huge last piece in the success of our project. I feel so nervous. Don't worry. I'll help you out. Relax. Take a deep breath. I looked at Mr. Saijo to see he wore the same smile as always. Seeing it calmed me down. All right. His smile gave me strength and confidence. We walked into the building together. A few days after that came the project meeting with everyone present, and that concludes our presentation. Everyone focused their eyes on Mr. Otori. You two were the last ones done, but it was very impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. You did a good job, you two. Good work. Stop. We don't even have a product yet. It isn't too early to celebrate. You two did well. I hope you can continue working at this level from now on. Mr. Saijo, Mr. Otori as well. Everyone was pretty much smiling. All that hard work we had done had finally paid off. But the expression on Mr. Saijo's face had signs of regret all over it. Why? It wasn't over just yet. There must be something I could do to fix the problem between Muraki and Mr. Saijo. I had to do something. After the meeting ended, I started cleaning up, and Mr. Saijo left to go get something. I wondered to myself what I could possibly do to help him. Was there something, anything that I could do? How could I bring an end to his conflict with Muraki? Where's Saijo at? He went to get something back in the office. Then I'll tell you instead. What is it? He closed the door and walked up next to me. Recently, has Saijo... What kind of things are you saying to her when I'm not around? Mr. Saijo, did you get what you forgot? Yeah, I forgot I loved you so much, but I remembered it right away. Stop saying things like that. Can you be serious for one moment? Mr. Kaido aimed a glare at him, and in turn got the same back. I'm always serious. Then why didn't you say anything about that time? What time? Mike in front of Muraki? I have no idea what he means. Was he talking about what happened during the plan to confront Muraki? Why didn't you say anything? Don't tell me you agreed with him. No way. What? Mr. Saijo put his hand over his face like he was exhausted. He must be so troubled to have to deal with all of this. Mr. Saijo wants to believe that Muraki isn't as bad as it seems. No, that's not it. I could care less what happens to him. You're lying. She's right. Just tell him how you feel. That's all I want to say. Kaido, he left the room immediately, showing that it was really all he came for. How many times have I told you that I wanted to be there for you? Won't you let me help? He took my hand in his and guided it towards his face and then onto his own forehead. Then... be my strength. What? That night I promised Mr. Saijo that I would go home with him to execute our plan. The previous plan had been thought up by Mr. Kaido and Mr. Saijo. This time it was be Mr. Saijo and my plan. So, after work, I typed up a letter on a text editor on my computer. I wrote up a letter that Mr. Saijo and I came up with together. To Muraki. Mr. Saijo has something important that he wants to talk about. He would surely find the file and read it. He has to. I continued typing with the letter. Done. When I was all finished, I saved the file and left without turning off the computer. Okay. I don't think it needs to be on for hacking, does it? I don't hack, I wouldn't know. It was Mr. Saijo's idea that Muraki would still be watching my computer. I thought so too. When he read the letter, I left. And Muraki would come for sure. Together with Mr. Saijo, I headed towards the meeting place to wait. I wonder if he really will come. He will, I know it. I was brimming with confidence. I knew he would come because... Saijo? He responded to Muraki before I knew what was going on. Muraki, you came, I see. Muraki cast a scornful look of contempt at Mr. Saijo. You've got some nerve calling me out here. Did you want to get beat up that badly? I didn't come here to fight. Then what? You ruined my career with your little act. It's your fault. I get the revenge I deserve, and now you think it's okay to get back at me? That's the kind of filthy scum you are. You wouldn't think twice about ruining my life. Muraki screamed his lungs out, crumbling to his knees as if crazy. Why would you get on your knees yelling? What? Sakiko, stay with me until this is over. You don't have to say a word. All right. I nodded to him. However long as it took for these two to come to an understanding, I would stay out of it. I had to. For him. The letter I left Muraki read as follows. Mr. Saijo has something important that he wants to talk about. He was denied it and ran away for so long, but now he's finally ready to tell you. Please come to the location shown below. We'll be waiting for you. It had been long before Muraki arrived. What is it? What the hell do you want to tell me? I'm sick and tired of you and your games. Muraki. You won't tell me anything. You won't even face me. Muraki put his palms to the ground, screaming in crazed agony. What the heck's going on? Muraki, don't run away from me. I want to talk to you about what happened once and for all. You just want to talk? He turned towards me, his face shriveled up with anger and hate. Why me? What? This isn't going well. No, oh, believe. I had to believe in Mr. Saijo. He could figure out a way to reason with Muraki. They used to be good partners. There had to be a way for them to talk it through. That was what we came all this way to do in the first place. Unable to watch Muraki grovel on the ground any longer, Mr. Saijo offered his hand. Don't touch me. I don't need your sympathy. Sympathy? That's not why I'm here. I need to talk to you. I had enough of your little charade. Stop acting like you're some sort of saint. A charade? His eyes opened wide with surprise. Mr. Saijo looked surprised and angry all at once. I wanted to run in and comfort him, but I resisted the effort. I couldn't step in yet. What do I need to say to make you believe that this isn't an act? There you are. Here's your real face. I was wondering where you were hiding it. The only reason I stood out at work was because I could hide my emotions and you couldn't. How about the fact you knew of my mistake and you didn't even say anything about it? It's sad that you think I would stoop so low. Besides, it was you who ran off without me. Why didn't you bring me? We promised to go together. We had a damn good reason to be angry. Do you have any idea how much I want to be with you to make that deal? You can't even understand the first thing about how I feel to be inferior to everybody. I'm sick of hearing that. You're right, I don't understand, but that's why I'm asking. When a star employee like you asks, it sounds like an insult. When a star employee really need to hide his emotions? Catching their breaths, they continued to glare at each other as the night drew on. I'm just like... It's like Mr. Saijo had completely transformed into another person. Seeing his face so scrunched up in anger, I had almost forgot to breathe. I can't believe you. No sooner did you gain some favor when you ran away from me. I never intended to turn out this way. And unlike you, I know how to suck up to my boss. Pathetic. Don't you have any pride? Sucking up a little bit hasn't hurt anyone before. Pride is about improving your presentation no matter how many times your boss says to fix it. It's about staying late, slow things up, and trying so hard but you sweat blood. If you're saying that something is my fault, it's that I made the mistake of trying so hard for our sakes, I found your mistake accidentally. What happened after that was never my intention. So you're wrong, Muraki. Take back what you said because you're wrong. You're not inferior to anybody. You're the best partner I ever had. So I will not let you say that. Everything I did was to help you, even if you don't think it. That's all I've got to say. He lowered his head, turned around, and walked away. Mr. Saijo. Seeing him leave, suddenly I hurried up to the side as a small voice came from behind. Muraki was talking with his back faced to us. I'll never forget what you did to me. Okay. But maybe someday we can work together again. Bye. And thanks. Emotion swelled up inside me and tears formed in my eyes. Mr. Saijo looked ready to cry too. I gently touched his hand with mine. As soon as they touched, he yanked me towards him and squeezed me tight. It's all better now, right? Yeah, thanks to you. No, it's because you two were honest to each other in the end. I didn't do anything. He nodded and rested his head on my shoulder. I was so relieved that it all worked out. The next day, I was so busy that I didn't really get a chance to talk to Mr. Saijo. After hours, I noticed a mail in my inbox marked as important. It was from Muraki. I looked up at Mr. Saijo, who had come to my desk and saw my screen. I'll open it. Yeah, It read, "From now on, I will not do any hacking or cause problems for the company. I also quit doing surveillance in the office. To prevent any further rumors, I will take certain precautions, so you do not need to worry. Yesterday I was able to see Mr. Saijo for what he is. It was a valuable experience for me. It made me think about changing who I am. Saijo, I look forward to working together again, as partners." Muraki. His words were so touching. I'm so glad he was finally able to trust Mr. Saijo. A simple misunderstanding tore apart their friendship. But now, everything was settled and returning to how it once was. I know women tend to cry often, but you do it way too much. I never do when watching movies or dramas. I don't know, it's moving. So moving. Aren't you glad, Mr. Saijo? I grabbed his sleeve and swung his arm back and forth. I guess it's like, so why are you swinging his arm, though? Look, there's more to the mail? P.S. The first batch just arrived. Come to the first floor. What? No way! Let's go! Hurry up. By the time the words left my mouth, he was already way ahead of me, and I ran to catch up. Finally, the first batch of our product had arrived. It was nice of Muraki to let us know. A few minutes later, we walked back through the empty office, now carrying some cardboard boxes. In complete silence, we opened one up, holding our breath. We decided to carefully pull the tape off the box while I looked on. What if it's wrong? Hurry up! Hurry up! I was excited as a little child opening a present. He looked at me and smiled. Calm down, it's not going to run away. He folded away the top flap and I peeked inside. He carefully took the lipstick in his hand and as if handling a museum piece. The packaging and the stick sure turned out wonderfully. It's a good idea to go with seashell white. It looks amazing. Twisting the stick in his hand, the beautiful crimson red of the lipstick was revealed. It shone in a red splendor, giving off a natural, fruity aroma. Mind if I put it on you? Be my guest. I closed my eyes, my vision turned to darkness, with chilly lipstick touching the edges of my lips. It glided across my skin like liquid, accompanied by its delightful aroma. Don't open your eyes yet. Huh? I felt something soft touch my lips. No, he said not to open. I'll just keep closed. Again, I felt a soft sensation. It felt warm and pecked at my lips. But still, I kept my eyes shut. If I opened them, I would ruin this magical moment. His kiss fell into my lips with passion. Even as he started to unbutton my shirt, I kept my eyes closed. Mr. Saijo. It smells wonderful. It looks amazing on you. When our lips locked, it was too much for me. My emotions overflowed and tears came with it. Finally, we made it. It's the result of our handiwork, our baby. I'm so happy. I have something I've always wanted to tell you. Squinting my eyes barely open, I looked at his face, with lipstick all around his lips. Have you decided if you're ready to become mine? My one and only. His hand rubbed against my thigh. Just that was enough to make my whole body shiver. Your lips, your body, your emotions. I want to make them all mine. Forever. I want you to be my girl, officially. Her shirt wide open, his hands invited themselves in. I did nothing to stop them. He sounded so smug, so arrogant, but that was Mr. Saijo. I nodded. I want you too. He grabbed me and pulled me tight as soon as I said it, so tight I could barely breathe. Mr. Saijo gently wiped away the tears that poured out from my eyes. He softly laid me down onto the desk. I wasn't afraid anymore. He slowly leaned his body over me. No, not there. No? Why not? His finger dove between my thighs, wiggling around on top of my underwear. It's too much. That means it's working. Feel it. Feel me. Don't think of anything but me. I thought how ridiculous it was to be doing this on top of a desk at work, but couldn't stop. His tongue touched the tip of my breast, making my spine contort in pleasure. Mr. Saijo! A wet sucking sound echoed in the office. It sounds so wrong in a place like this. I'll lick every part of you. Suck everywhere. Leave my marks all over your body. You'll never be able to run away from me. No, don't leave any marks. I have to. I have to let everyone know that you're mine. He kissed me all over, on my neck, collar, chest, belly, everywhere imaginable. His lips sucked intensely, leaving his kiss mark at each location. If they go away, I'll leave them again. Every day if I have to. You... Huh? You're so cruel. Unfair. You... Shouldn't I stop? He caressed my body. I was burning up all over. It felt like my heart would melt. You're too good at manipulating people. Yeah. But sweet and sensitive. Yeah. His face was right in front of mine, blushing red like a tomato. And come I driven anyone I know? Our lips locked together. He slipped in between my legs with his body on top of me. I couldn't move. I love you. I'll say it again and again. As long as I have you, I won't need anything else. Mr. Saijo. Are you ready? Yes. I nodded to him. With his red, blushing face, he smiled back at me. Oh, I wished for this night to never end. I prayed over and over for it to last forever, snuggled within his arms. And then you ended on us, so we can't enjoy the rest. Alright, well, that ends chapter 7. We have chapter 8 left, and then we get our endings. Oh, let me know what you guys thought about that chapter in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye. Kelsey out. Till next time.